Absolutely. So what's up, everyone? We just finished the September 25th, 2023 Remote Duel Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament. Now, tonight, it was Jacob piloting the Jack Atlas Resonator deck versus KDTCG, who was piloting
Mannadium.
Mannadium. I always mess up that name, Mannadium.
Should I go? And what a duel it was.
It really was a great duel.
It was great.
The final match, the final round was a bit of a blowout.
A bit sad, and
but
we missed every Nibiru play because we were looking around, but it's there.
It's going to be a hectic one to look hectic match, but it's entertaining nonetheless. But let's get into it here. So here with KDTCG.
How do you say that right, but get Mannadium wrong?
I always mess that name up. Mannadium.
KDTCG. Mannadium.
Playing banana.
Banana.
But anyways, yeah, let's see your deck profile.
All right, word. Yeah, I mean, pretty standard Mannadiums. I mean, I guess there's like 3 versions really you could play of this. Maybe 4. I'm working on the 4th one right now, but you got like Calamity Lock, you got Omega Loop, Nat Beast, and a Bestial version. But I play the Omega Loop because it's just super consistent, plays through Droll, even though I'm not really worried about Droll anymore. So we got 3 Visas.
That seems pretty good. Make it so your opponent doesn't have any cards through looping. That's always good.
Yeah, basically, it's basically like if they hand trap you, they're just punishing themselves. Because like if you have tactics in hand too, it's insane.
Oh wow.
So 3 Visas, star of the deck. 3 Room Heart. This is like I don't care what anybody says. The best card in the deck. It's crazy. Targets for cost, quick effect. Pops your monsters. Keep basically the deck dies if you can't keep a body on the board. So this just like ensures that you keep bodies on the board. For Scareclaw stuff, two more of the 1500, 2100 guys. Reichart searches your rival. And then you got your tuners. So you got your 3 Meek and your 1 Tord. It's basically just like a 4th Meek. Once per turn, not once per turn. Meeks can adjust their level to level 4, so it gets your like Synchro 8 plays going. Makes Ami Tara with one of these guys, or gets you in a Crimson, stuff like that. Then just for the little dash of spice, just like basically extra ways to keep bodies on the board. Double Fenrir and a Scareclaw Kashtira. This gets you, if you can't get into this gets you into your Lightheart, search your field spell. Everything's happy, good, going well. For hand traps, we're on Triple Ash, Double Droll. I just think Droll's still really good right now. I was debating on playing Nib over it, but the thing is like worst case scenario, like you can't summon Nib, right? So like you could summon this in either normal face up or face down position, and then just go like Mannadium Obsidian to pop it, and that just basically just gets your entire combo going again. Yeah,
yeah,
right there.
I see forehead.
Yeah, that's
forehead.
Yeah, where's the feet ash?
We got forehead ash.
We're
we got feet
expecting
ash.
some feet. Now we're disappointed.
They're still pretty though. They're still pretty.
They got the little feet.
Oh no, they're in there. Look, there they are.
At the
You can see
bottom.
them.
Oh, the bottom, yeah, a little bit. There's the feet ash. They got the massive ones.
That's gonna be such a
tell
running
she uses
joke
cocoa
that
butter.
nobody's gonna get. They're gonna think I'm weird. That's true.
Continuing on, we get into our spells. So for the spells, of course, we're gonna play 3 Calirium. It's your bread and butter. It gets that single-handedly like gets everything going for you if you have just like any other card in your hand, monster wise. So 3 Calirium, 1 Reichphobia. I don't think unless if you're playing 2 links, then sure, like play 2 of this. But I think there's enough ways to like grind your way into this, both with like Amitara and like the right cards and the Scareclaw cash. So I don't really think that you need 3. I mean, the card is great. It's great for like spot removal. You go against back row decks, you put 3 in defense, or maybe they have 3 in defense. Pop card, like a skill drain or whatever. Rivalry goes in, whatever you're dealing with. Triple Obsidian. I used to only play 2. I swore by only playing 2, and then I realized like now that I'm playing the Fenrir and stuff like that, like this is just so much more live than it used to be. After that, Double Arrival, card's insane. I used to also not play this at what people would say to play it at, which is play it at 2. I played it at 1. Playing it at 1 is nice because you don't open it up, so you don't brick on it. I mean, like, but when you did brick on it, it sucked because, like, then you couldn't get that extra draw off right cart. But this is nice. If you open 1 and you need to extend further, you just go into Amitara, you grab the other one that's double. It's not once per turn, so it's just like 2 free double summons. You got your 2 ofs right here, which is I'm still on Eclipse. Calamity loses, Pearly loses to it. If you're going against Sprite and they have like Carrot on board and you want to bait it, this is good for that. It's good for baiting Ash. This Into Unchained is still pretty decent. Books the Caesar, solves, the 2 special summon negate issue. Triple Tactics, I'm still debating on playing this at 3. I feel like when I was playing it at 3, I was seeing 2 a lot, which kind of sucked, and then now I'm playing it at 2, and I don't really see it that much. The only reason I haven't, though, is the next card is Imaginings. This card is literally just broken. Everybody thinks that, like the counter trap is broken. Like, this is so broken. This baits Ash. This, if you're going second and, like, I always keep this in going second because, like, you just reveal a card and then you dig for 2. Like, you dig for an Evenly, dig for a Cosmic, whatever. Just the draw 2, the Pot of Greed effect is nice. Also, like, if you open up, like, a cross-out target, so, like, say you open up Droll, and you have 1 Droll in the deck, and you have cross-out, and you're like, damn, I can't cross that out. Do this, draw 2, put back the Droll, they Droll you go, okay, cross-out, and you're chilling. Other one of Rhoda, yeah, self-explanatory. It's just awesome. Theory behind this over Terraforming is Terraforming just gets you into the field spell. This gets you ultimately into the field spell too, but it also puts a body on the board, and it also thins your deck out for your draws that you do, and then called by. So that's the spells. Traps, we're just on 3 Imperm. Don't like playing into Tactics myself, even though I've been hoping other people play into my Tactics. And then Reframing just stops your Dark Ruler, searchable like 6 ways to Sunday.
That Imperm stopped Jacob in his tracks there on that final match.
Yeah.
Especially with opening all those resonators.
14 resonators in hand, nothing else.
We are resonating. Deck. 40 even. Didn't want to go over. Didn't want to go, like 45 or 42 or the weird numbers. I like my ratios the way they are. I keep them that way because of the hands that I see. You know what I mean?
That makes sense. Yeah, looking for consistency.
For extra deck, standard. Some people are playing this at 3. If they're playing like the Prism package, which my thing is like the reason why I play this, the Omega Loop, is because like I said, it plays through Droll. Calamity Lock I think is kind of dumb because if you're up against Lab or some other back row deck, they're gonna look at you, laugh, set 5, and pass. Same thing with like Unchained. They'll just like set up a bunch of cards and just pretty much like line themselves up to play on your turn. And Unchained is literally the worst matchup for this deck by far because they all your forms of removal in here, with an exception of like Chaos Angel and like 1 or 2 other cards, is all popping. So your cards, Baron pops, Astrolabe pops. That's
You just make the deck float.
Yeah, pretty much. You just like tell the deck to have a good time, and that sucks because
Go on
they
vacation.
could easily. Yeah, they pretty much like they're like, okay, I went to Philly regionals and I played this and I played against my buddy Jack actually who's playing Unchained, and I set up a crazy board and he just like broke my board apart while I was building it and built his own board on my turn. Like it's like I was playing Tier. It's like I was playing against Tier. So yeah, 2 Astrolabe. The links, we play 1 Lightheart. I don't think you need 2. I think if you need to play 2, then you're in a grind game and you should probably just scoop up your cards and go to game 3 so you don't lose in time. Cross Sheep is, does so much for the deck. A lot of people don't play this. I love it. Try Heart. It's basically if they stop you with like 3 different hand traps, because this deck can play through like 2 hand traps with an exception of like Droll, and I mean you can play through Nib, but you have to like assume that they have Nib.
Saw that against
But this
Jacob.
puts a lot of
you used the Ash and the Nibiru against you. It still wasn't enough.
Yeah, so this card basically like puts you on. You better have the out. Because if you don't, then this makes your like phobia live. You could easily get rid of this whenever you want by using Besis or using Obsidian to pop it and get rid of it. So like, you just keep your opponent hits you with like whatever, you just make this and tell them have fun. So yeah, I like it. It's very situational. But it's come up a million times. I've cut it before. I've cut it twice before. I've been playing the deck since it came out, and I've played a bunch of variations, but this basically tells your opponent that they gotta have the out. Oppo's alright. I feel like Oppo in this deck now is kind of just like win more. I feel like I'm never really trying to end on Oppo anyway. I might cut it for something else. I'm thinking of running specifically for Unchained. I mean, it's good into Flu. It's good into Unchained to a degree, but they usually get this out of the way with the trap or whatever. So yeah, and then A-Bomb. This card's crazy. This actually won me my cash matchup today against Ted, I think.
Love that card.
Just like attack, and then you get the pop card, and then end phase pop card. So like if you go up against Lab, and like you hand rip them, and then you end on like A-Bomb, they're gonna start their turn with like 4 cards, and you're gonna have 3 negates plus A-Bomb. So you negate. They set 2, and then you just go like A-Bomb effect end phase, pop 1 card, and then just like the last card they have, it has to be live, because if it's not, then you win.
Oh well.
Love Abominable.
Yeah, A-Bomb's great. For synchros, Crimson Dragon. The more lines I see with this card, the more insane that this card actually becomes. So I'll show you guys in a minute, but Crimson Dragon, Baron, Chaos Angel, Gamir. This is for Unchained, and maybe like I don't know. It was for cash. Can't really get cards banished anymore. Dissipator, Acel, and Amitara and Omega. So this is obviously like these 2 cards is what makes the cookie crumble, so to speak, for the way I'm trying to play. But like the crazy thing that like you could do now is like you can make this several ways. So you can make this with Amitara. Wait, where is it? You can make it with Amitara and like Reichardt or Roomheart, because this is a tuner. Or you can make it with Vicious Astrolabe and a Meek. It's also come up where I've literally made Baron and then like used Baron's pop and then went into Crimson with this and like Meek or whatever. But the craziest part about the card is like for a while I was doing like Summon Omega and then summon Dissipator, like summon a cell, make Dissipator, and then do that way. Until I like really thought about it, and now I just like I make Omega, I summon Crimson, bring out a cell, and then that gets you into Dissipator. So you just cheat it out that way. Or if you're like lucky enough, you decide to make Baron first. You make Omega, make Baron, and then Crimson target Baron, make Dissipator. So you do that, and then protection. You just Omega Rip, bring back with Dissipator, Omega Rip, and then you end on like Dissipator, Baron, counter trap, and like 3 cards in hand. Pretty much every time you successfully do it. So you have like follow up, 2 Omnis. You rip their hand. If they hand trapped you, they're even worse off than if they didn't. But yeah, that's the extra deck. For the side deck. Oh, and the one thing I was gonna say is the card that I'll probably be swapping Oppo out for is Virtual World QB Shen.
It's like the walking macrocosmos.
Pretty much, yeah. It's the walking macro. If it goes to grave, you could special summon it back by banishing 2 monsters with different types from your graveyard. And then there's like a funny little way to like loop Baron and Shen, where you just like summon Baron, blah blah, or you summon Shen, summon Baron. If Shen goes away, you Baron standby phase, bring back Shen, and then go back into Baron. But it's nice. It's good for Unchained, and then you make it with Fenrir and one of your Mannadium tuners.
Yeah, that works.
For side deck, 1 Crow, because I forgot until like a minute before the tournament started that Magnemut got limited to 1.
Right.
But Crow, Magnemut, Druid Swarm, double Nib, just because I feel like 1 is a waste to run as a cross-out target, whereas like, 2 kind of has some application into a few different decks. This will probably change. The side deck will change in the future. Then that's just the monsters right there, and then time card monster Scarlight, burn for 500 for each special summon on the field. So you could do like 2,500 on a 2,500 to 3K on a good day with that card.
Okay, like going for time.
For the time. Yeah, going for time. So like I'll side that in game 3. If I know that like there's a chance we're going into time.
Speaking of time, that was the time in the round that just went off.
Oh really?
Yeah, but you guys are done long ago.
1 Duster, 2 Cosmic. They're just, this is just good. I play the other half of the package. You guys will see that in a second. MVP, cross out. Stop Droll.
Yeah.
Stop Ash. Stop Nib. Imperm. Bestials, because I run Bestials as well. I even side deck in one of these sometimes. If I'm like trying to be cheeky, and like I think maybe they're gonna forbidden combo me Dark Ruler evenly, then like the reframing doesn't stop that, but sometimes I'll put that in. But yeah, then 3 evenly. And that's pretty much it.
Seems solid. A lot of good cross out targets for sure.
Yeah, I figured the most of the cross out targets will be live. The Crow, I gotta wait till I get my other Druid Swarm. The Crow kind of sucks, but like people are playing it right now, so I guess that kind of still works too.
Was there anything that you have changed about the deck in retrospect?
Yeah, I honestly, even though I think that it's cute, I think that the cash stuff can probably go.
Okay.
Like this package can probably go, because I saw this once all day, and like when I did, it wasn't even like, wow, it was it was very underwhelming. It was like, okay, I used this effect, and then it just like it got sucked up by a Machinex and then sent to the grave. So like, moving forward, I'll probably swap this out for something else. I'm debating. Runic's picking up in popularity again now, so I'm debating on swapping this back out to be able to play like Nat Beast again.
Okay.
Because the Nat Beast package, I would essentially swap those and a Torrid out. And if I swap the Torrid out, then this gets replaced by 3 Fearless, and then the Torrid gets replaced by one of the level 3 Scareclaws. And then you go if you open up Reichart, the Scareclaw guy, you open him up, then like you just like facilitate 100% making Nat Beast, because then instead of using that search to search him, you're using it to search your level 3, and you're summoning out the Fearless, and then him and the Fearless is Nat Beast right there. So then like typical end board, you're gonna end on like a 4-mat Oppo, a counter trap, Chaos Angel made with Light and Dark, and Nat Beast, which is at 2900 from getting buffed from Cross Sheep. So you got infinite spell and infinite spell negates. They can't. None of your monsters can get beat over, so they can't beat over your Oppo. They can't beat over your Nat Beast because Chaos Angel can't target your Nat Beast. They're unaffected. It's unaffected by activated effects, monster effects because of Chaos Angel, and then you have reframing if they like Dark Ruler you, and the board also doesn't play into Super Poly, which is important.
Well, it definitely seems like a really good deck. It's very versatile, and yeah, congratulations on winning again. Any shout outs before we exit out here?
I mean, just shout out my team. It's Team Spice. We're based out of like a couple 30-year-old dudes, based out of Jersey and PA, and we just we play Yu-Gi-Oh, and we grind it out. I guess shout out to my wife too for not jumping all over me for playing a card game till 11 o'clock at night some days.
Yeah, that's well, it was good having you.
I'm glad
Hope
to see
to
so
see
many
you.
people coming to our virtual tournaments.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this one was one of our bigger ones. I had 4 rounds tonight.
Had 11 people or 10 people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
that's awesome.
and yeah, you did awesome, and it was great having you.
Congratulations on your victory tonight.
Absolutely.
Thanks, man.
All right, well, we're gonna do a little outro here. So
And goodbye. Oh, no, it's not the outro.
So
All
make
right,
sure
man.
to like, comment, and subscribe for more deck profiles, more winning deck profiles from these remote duel tournaments,
Camera's there.
Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments.
Look at that when you're
See
talking.
the camera.
You got to look at the people when you're talking.
But yeah,
For more deck
this is,
profiles, tournament
Hunter
minis.
and Robert and KDTCG,
There you
our
go.
winner there. All
Mannadium.
all signing out here. Until next time, guys. Peace out.